Welcome back to Obstetric and Gynecology Made Easy. Today we are going to talk about ultrasound features of leiomyoma. A key characteristic of a fibroid tumor is that it's a well-defined lesion within the myometrium or attached to it. There are some important points we will discuss regarding the appearance of fibroid tumors on ultrasound. We will group these points into a mnemonic which includes these key aspects. This mnemonic is represented by the letters in the word usmle. We will start a quick overview followed by a detailed explanation. I, C letters represent the vascularity of the fibroid. I letters stand for intra-lesion vascularity and C stand for circumferential vascularity. Then we have E, M and A letters which represents the echogenicity of the fibroid. This echogenicity can appear in 6 different shapes. E stands for uniformed echogenicity or non-uniformed echogenic areas. The uniformed echogenicity could appear hyper-echogenic, iso-echogenic, or hypo-echogenic. M letter stands for mixed echogenicity, and the A letter for anechoic areas, non-uniformed areas, which appears in case of cystic degeneration of the fibroid. Then we have S for size and site according to FIGO classification. And finally, we will discuss shadowing. Now we will talk in details. We will start with vascularity. As we said, I for intra-lesion vascularity refer to blood flow within the fibroid itself, and C stand for circumferential vascularity refers to blood flow around periphery or border of fibroid. Prognosis of fibroids based on vascularity score. Score 0 avascular. Prognosis stable, unlikely to grow or cause significant symptoms. Require conservative management. Score 1 minimal vascularity. Prognosis slow growth, mild symptoms may occur, typically requires monitoring. Score 2 moderate vascularity. Prognosis moderate growth, potential for symptoms like heavy bleeding, may need medical or surgical intervention. Score 3 high vascular. Prognosis rapid growth likely, significant symptoms, often requires aggressive management including surgery. Score 4 very high vascularity. Prognosis large, rapidly growing fibroids, severe symptoms likely, and surgical intervention usually necessary. Now we have E, M, and A letters for echogenicity. E for uniformed echogenicity, which may be hyper-echogenic, iso-echogenic, or hypoechogenic. In hypoechogenic state, the fibroid appears darker comparing to surrounding tissue. Iso-echogenic, the fibroid appears similar to the surrounding tissue. In hyperechogenic state, the fibroid appears brighter on ultrasound due to dense fibrous tissue or calcification. Or the fibroid could appear with non-uniformed echogenic areas. M for mixed echogenicity, and A for anechoic areas, which appears in cystic degeneration of the fibroids. The echogenicity of uterine fibroids is closely related to their internal composition. Fibroids are hypoechoic due to their fibromuscular content and vary in echogenicity according to the density of fibrous content. The more density of fibrous tissue, the more reflection of waves and more hyperechoic. However, variations in echogenicity can occur depending on specific changes within the fibroid. For example, area of cystic degeneration may appear anechoic or hypoechoic, while fibers containing calcification or hemorrhagic foci often appear with hyperechoic region. Fibrous tissue in fibroids generally increases echogenicity on ultrasound. This is because fibrous tissue is denser and more reflection to ultrasound waves compared to smooth muscle tissue. Hyaline degeneration often appears as areas of mixed echogenicity. And now S for site, according to Figo classification. The Figo classification is divided into 9 subtypes, from 0 to 8, depending on the location and the extent of the fibroid in relation to the uterine wall. Types from 0 to 7, which describe fibroids based on their relationship to the uterine cavity, myometrium, and serosa. Type 8 fibroids located outside the typical uterine locations, such as in the cervix, broad ligament, or even parasitic fibroids that have detached from the uterus and attached to other pelvic organs. So, how to memorize these subtypes from 0 to 7? Any two numbers whose sum is 7 will be described the same way. Before we start, subtype 0, 1, 2 located submucosal, and 5, 6, 7 located subserosal, 3 and 4 located intramural. So as we said, any two number whose sum is 7 will be described the same way. 0 plus 7 equals 7, so they will be described the same way. Both of them are pedunculated, but 0 located intracavity and 7 pedunculated subserosal. 1 plus 6 equals 7, so they will be described the same way. Both of them less than 50% intramural. And now 2 plus 5 equals 7, so they will be described the same way. Both of them equal and more than 50% intramural. 3 plus 4 equals 7, so they will be described the same way. Both are 100% intramural. And here is a photo memory. Number 4 looks like a flag in the middle of the field. So we can remember that subtype 4 located in the center of the myometrium. And number 3 looks like a handset of the telephone. So number 3 100% intramural and can contact the endometrium. In the hybrid leiomyoma impact both endometrium and serosa like 2, 5. The first number 2 indicates the fibroid's relationship to the endometrium, and the second number 5 indicates its relationship to the serosa. The shadowing of fibroids on ultrasound can vary depending on the fibroid's content and composition. Here are the main types of shadowing seen. We have partial, minimal, and dense shadowing. Fibroid with fibrous tissue produce partial shadowing. The fibrous tissue reflects some of the sound waves, leading to moderate shadowing. Fibroid with cystic areas produce minimal or no shadowing. They may contain fluid-filled areas which can appear as areas of low or mixed echogenicity with less shadowing. Fibroids with calcification produce dense shadowing. The calcified area reflects sound waves, creating a dense shadow that obscures the structures behind it, and variable in case of myxoid content. Shadowing due to size and depth. Larger fibroids or those positioned deep in the pelvis may produce areas of shadowing due to their very large size. I hope this helps. Please don't forget to like and share.